Good morning, comic book fans. Welcome back to Comics in 5 Minutes. Fuck guys, I'm your ever-living host, Shorty. And you know what? It feels like I do nothing but talk about comic books these days. Anyway, today we're going to review Dispatched. This has once been on my radar since the moment I heard about it, before it even got listed, because not that long ago I was reading Skin Police with art by Daniel Hete, and I absolutely loved it. Don't get me wrong, gonna like that kind of thing anyway. You do something like that well, put some sci-fi dystopia, some cyberpunk in there, make it look fantastic. Of course I'm going to pay attention to it. But it was so good it made it onto my best of the year list, and Hete's artwork is one of the very big reasons that his cityscapes were amazing, and his action sequences were dynamic and fascinating. Individual character work off the charts. I genuinely love this guy's artwork. If you're not picking stuff up with his name on, you really need to do something about that. He's an absolute talent. The other half of the creative team is B. Clay Moore, and I have read stuff by Moore before. In fact, some of stuff I've really enjoyed from Ignition. In fact, same company. It was Bloodland was when I read and reviewed that one, and I do remember really liking it. But in my review, I was very clear that there's quite a lot of lore dump early on. Like, the Clay had a lot of world building to explain in the first issue, and I kind of figured I'd wait until the trade was out, and I absolutely promise I will do that. I'm putting my money where my mouth is there. I enjoyed it so much that I'm going to physically buy a copy instead of just reading it in the shop. It's going to be great. I'm really hoping it is anyway. So, this one, 100% on my radar. A creator I like and a creator I love. Why the hell wouldn't I check it out? Especially when you read the blurb and get a kind of Die Hard vibe from it. And I'm like, yeah, cool. I like Die Hard. I mean, I died in the wall self-proclaimed anarchist, and it's a very conservative movie, but I still enjoy it. It's really, really well made. Yes, it is a cops are the good guys, good guy with a gun saves the day kind of story, which conservatives really like, but it's well made and it's fascinating, and I'm happy to give it a shot. And the third one's better anyway. This one, they replaced the cop with an ex-soldier, ex-special forces, if I'm reading it correctly, and I do think that is going to make a difference for me. Don't get me wrong, I don't think everyone who goes into the armed services is necessarily a great guy, but the reasons why people become soldiers or join any of the armed forces is usually a little bit more complicated, with socio-economic reasons tying in a lot more than just wanting to be a cop. I feel like, as much as I'm very anti-army and anti-war, individual soldiers, I've got a little bit more leeway. And it's written really well. Like, fantastic well. He's charming, he's funny, he can disarm you, people like him for obvious reasons, and none of it feels fake and none of it feels forced. And I feel like that's part of the big reason I like it, because this isn't all he is. His character with, I'm guessing, fairly severe PTSD. He's clearly had some kind of therapy for it, he's clearly trying to work through his issues, and part of him just being a nice guy to people doesn't feel like it's how he deals with it. Most of the time he's dealing with issues, he's just trying to put them down. Like, he understands the need or the want to do violence is there, it is part of him, but he also understands that it is wrong. And I think sometimes maybe disarming people a little bit, if you use something away, that might be useful. Socially disarming them, I mean. But he genuinely feels like a nice person. It doesn't feel performative. He's not trying to be the good guy in a situation. There's a little bit near the end where some absolute douche canoe has basically been a dick to almost everyone he's encountered. Don't get me wrong, by the way, all background characters in the book are really, really well written. They don't have a lot of time, so it's kind of done in broad strokes, but it all comes across brilliantly. Everyone feels like they are part of the world. They fit in, they add to story, they add to character, they add to narrative. It's brilliant. But once it becomes clear that our delivery driver here actually knows what he's doing, he has this wonderful little moment of just how he addresses this alpha male, big ego, swinging in the wind kind of guy that doesn't really insult him. It's not there to, like, drop his standing with everyone else. He feels like, it's like, yeah, you have your moment, man. I don't need this. This is not my ego speaking. I'm just doing this because I'm here to help. You need this, but I want you to know that I know you need this. And I can see that ego wafting around there. It's brilliantly done, fantastically done, in fact. There's some other bits and pieces which also tie into a John Wick or Taken kind of thing, but part of that is also dismissed by the fact that he's just a nice guy. Like, yes, you could write this entire story as a power fantasy, but he feels like, instead of the right guy at the right time who's taking advantage to have the freedom to be violent, he's responding more like an EMT or a paramedic, more like a fireman. Like, he has some skills, yes, but it's more case it's convenient that he's there and he's going to just try to help. He's not doing it because it gives him a chance to engage this part of his personality. He's very aware that that is the wrong thing to do. Love that for him. It also looks fantastic. I've spent a long time talking about more. I think there's a lot going on there. But Heite's artwork is, if anything, even better in this one. There's one moment where it's like an almost completely empty apartment, and the little details he puts in there just, again, add to character, add to all that story. The action sequences are superb. Individual characters, like, I have literally no notes about this comic book. It is absolutely spectacular, and I can't wait to read the rest of it. That's it for me now, though. Until I see you all again, look after each other, everyone. Stay safe. Bye!